Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be doing what if Naruto had the 10 tails. I know for a fact that a bunch of you were requesting me to do what if Naruto had the 10 tails for a really long time now. So I feel like, honestly, you guys are asking for it, so I'll do it. And yeah, that's basically all I have to say. We're so close to 1,000. Well, we're getting really close to 1,500 subs. So if you're not subscribed, please do consider subscribing. But let's just get right into this video. Okay guys, me from the future here. I just want to say, there was someone who commented on the community post that I made about this video. I'm pretty sure the name was Unin. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but he said it would be really funny if the Ten Tails was just really nice for absolutely no reason. So I just want to point that out. That would be really funny, and honestly, I'm probably gonna include that somewhere in this what if. Probably not in this part, probably, but I might include that somewhere. So yeah, just as a joke, of course. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Back to the video. So this what if starts off on the day that Naruto is born. A lot of you guys might be wondering, what are you gonna do for the backstory? Because it's incredibly difficult to make somebody the 10 tails in jerky, especially Naruto, and it's really hard to find a backstory for this. So I originally thought, I'll just say, yeah, Naruto's the 10 tails in jerky, no backstory. He just is. Don't question it. That's what I was gonna say, but I think I found something better. Basically, instead of the normal thing where Obito came with the 9 tails and attacked the Leaf Village, this time Obito came with a different plan. Because in this alternate reality, the Akatsuki were a lot more successful, and they were actually able to obtain almost all 9 of the tailed beasts before the day that Naruto was born. All of the other beasts obtained, and now the only step left was to get the 9 tails, which was the only one they didn't have, and then use that and create the 10 tails. Which is why on the day that Naruto was born, Obito came and was able to get the 9 tails from the Leaf Village, as he put it into the Ghetto statue and summoned the 10 tails. Now, after some fighting, a lot of fighting, the Leaf Village understood that they really don't stand a chance against the 10 tails. So Minato decided to gather up all of the chakra he has and use the Reaper Death Seal to seal the 10 tails inside of the young Naruto. Now, this was pretty crazy, and Naruto, after getting the 10 tails inside of him, just the energy overload almost killed him, because he's a baby. He can't handle having the entire 9 tails within him. But since it was the Reaper Death Seal, and since the 10 tails is keeping Naruto alive, the 10 tails is both killing Naruto and also keeping him alive at the same time with the regenerative abilities and such. Anyway, Naruto now has the 9 tails, 10 tails inside of him, and Minato immediately dies right after. Not only from the chakra exhaustion from sealing away the 10 tails, but more so because, he used the Reaper Death Seal, and because of that, he has to pay with his life. Anyway, after this, the Leaf Shinobi, such as Hiruzen, Kushina, and those people are able to help fight off the members of the Akatsuki that showed up there. And in the battle, Kushina was killed by Obito. But to avenge Kushina, Hiruzen was also able to land a really strong hit on Obito, and basically, after a long amount of fighting, almost all the Akatsuki members were killed, and the only ones that remained were, the ones that we know to be in the Akatsuki now, who's one of the OG members of the Akatsuki? I don't know, the only ones that survived were the people like Nagato and Konan, and the people that have been in the Akatsuki for a long time, and also we see them in the Akatsuki during Shippuden. Those Akatsuki members obviously survive for plot reasons, but all the others die, and with that, and Obito being heavily injured, they decide to retreat. Now, we skip to a 5-year-old Naruto, who is now being trained by Hiruzen, living in Hiruzen's house, because unlike in the original where Hiruzen sent Naruto to live by himself, Hiruzen, knowing the capabilities of the Ten Tails, didn't dare let Naruto live alone in a house. Even though Hiruzen would send him off eventually, he decides not to do it yet, to at least let him control the Ten Tails, because if Hiruzen wasn't around constantly supervising Naruto, he could go on a rampage killing tons of villagers, which obviously Hiruzen didn't want. So as much as he did want to send him away, to live in his own house, he had to, he has his own duties as Hokage, so he did have to look after Naruto. The only thing though was Danzo. Danzo, being the idiot he is, sort of spread the information that Naruto was the Ten Tails Jinchuriki, and because of this, the people hated Naruto. Now, it wasn't like in the original where, Naruto was a Ten Tails Jinchuriki, but some people couldn't tell and the others didn't really care. No, Naruto had the Ten Tails, and it was very obvious to see. I mean, he had completely pale skin and white hair and all, the traits of a Ten Tails Jinchuriki, the signature, truth seeking orbs, all of those things. And honestly, if you didn't believe that Naruto was the Ten Tails Jinchuriki, you were just dumb. And also, because the Ten Tails was so much bigger of a threat and killed so many more villagers, honestly, the villagers just hated Naruto way more than in the original. And unlike in the original, this time he had 0 friends. Nobody. Not a single person. Not even Hiruzen truly viewed Naruto as a son, even though he had been living with Naruto for 4 or 5 years. I don't know how, that's around how old Naruto was at the moment. Now, every day Hiruzen would train Naruto personally, just making sure he's powerful, and teaching him, mostly just teaching him stuff like chakra control and meditation. And although he does train Naruto's physical strength and intelligence as well, that's not the main thing he's aiming for, because Naruto, being a Ten Tails Jinchuriki, already has a huge amount of strength, and Hiruzen's main goal also isn't to make Naruto into a really strong shinobi, which he does want to do, but his main goals right now is, once again, to let Naruto have at least a little bit of control over the Ten Tails. Now, this isn't really easy, especially for a 5-year-old Naruto who is trying to control one of the strongest beings in the Naruto universe. Like, a lot of nights, he has nightmares and stuff where he sees the Ten Tails, as he has to fight to the death with the Ten Tails in his mindscape, as after dying a fast but still painful death, he would wake up, just wake up from the dream or the nightmare in his mindscape and just be like, what happened? And all the time, he would have moments where he just went out of reality and he saw the Ten Tails inside of its cage. And this was terrible for Naruto, like for his mental state, because not only did he have 0 friends and was hated by all the villagers, but also the Ten Tails was constantly tormenting him and making his life absolutely miserable. So this is how everything went on for years. Well, not years, but years actually, all the way until Naruto was gonna go to the academy. Now, on Naruto's first day of the academy, honestly, he wasn't that excited. Because normally in my what ifs, I'd make him super excited for the academy, but honestly, this Naruto just lacks motivation to do anything, really. The only things he gets fun from in this world is fighting and, combat and just doing things by himself and training, but he's never gotten any happiness out of socializing or being with somebody else because he never really got the opportunity to. So he always had he had developed a fear of being near a lot of people, and just because he was so used to having everybody absolutely despise him, it's just something that was completely different about Naruto, because normally he would be a kid who was really social and really excited about everything, but in this what if, it's just not how he is. He's basically depressed. And although Naruto doesn't necessarily have any friends in the academy, slowly over time, he will start to get to know some people that will just barely, not too much, but slowly start to get him out of this cycle he's in. And a big part of why the Ten Tails is able to assert so much control over Naruto is because he has no one to help him, except for Hiruzen, who really doesn't help him that much. His friends that he'll make will be his strongest help. Now, on his first day of the academy, Iruka says that, they can have some sparring because, well, why not? It'll be fun. Now, everyone is super excited for this, as Naruto's like, yay, I guess, but honestly, this is gonna be a little bit too easy for me. It's not gonna be that fun anyway. And that's just what he's thinking as he goes to the ring and watches all the other people fight, thinking they're so weak. And finally, it's time for him and Sasuke to fight. Now, Naruto just steps into the ring, noticing that Sasuke just feels stronger than all the other opponents that he has seen fight so far. And just a little bit, he feels excitement. Just a slight amount of hope. Something that he's not used to feeling, as for a moment he's surprised. It feels good. It feels good, that feeling of being excited. Something he doesn't really get all the time, as he says, I hope he really is good. And suddenly, Iruka says, start, as they both run in right at each other, with Sasuke starting to attack Naruto first, but Naruto instantly dodging. And Sasuke is starting to get frustrated at Naruto for being able to dodge all of his attacks, starts to get, pretty annoyed and throws some kunais that he had in his pocket at Naruto. And Naruto, once again, is able to dodge all of these as Sasuke just stands there shocked. What is this kid with his incredible reflexes? He's able to dodge all of the attacks sent at him. As he said, "Fine, you want something strong? Here, I'll show you." As he starts waving hand signs and launches a humongous fireball in Naruto's direction. As Naruto just stands there, walking into the flames. As Sasuke's like, "What are you doing?" And Naruto says, "Your flames won't do anything to me." As he walks straight through the fireball, just tanks the entire attack that, if, at point blank range, could take out, even a Jonin. And Naruto literally just walks right through it. Remember, Naruto is not even a Genin. And because of that, this shocks even Iruka, as he just watches Naruto walking slowly towards Sasuke, who currently is just frozen in shock, just paralyzed, because he's for the first time in a while experiencing fear, but also anger, almost reminding him of his relationship with Itachi, how of what he did. But he throws away that thought and thinks, "There's no time to think now. I just have to beat him and prove I'm stronger." As he goes straight in at Naruto, full speed, taking out a kunai and slicing off his hand. As he says, "That should teach him." As he looks at Naruto with a hand cut off, and slowly he regains his senses, as everyone in the crowd just gasps, looking at the fact that Sasuke just cut Naruto's hand off. And even though they hate Naruto because he's the Ten-Tails Jinchuriki, they're like, "Why would you cut off his hand? That's crazy." And Iruka is about to just end the match and be like, "Yo, that you went too far." And Sasuke immediately realizes what he did, and he's like, oh god, I think I went a little bit too far." But Naruto just casually stands there, as slowly his hand just regrows as he walks towards Sasuke and says, "Honestly, you're not bad, but still, you don't stand a chance. I had high hopes for you, but honestly, I don't know what I was expecting. Good fight." As he just flicks Sasuke in the chest, sending him flying out of the ring and landing outside of the circle. As Iruka says, Naruto wins. As he's like, what is this power that Naruto is showing? He's just incredibly shocked. And with that, everyone in the school is already hates Naruto even more now for one, beating Sasuke, because all the Sasuke fangirls hate him now, but also because, Naruto is stupidly strong, and that just scares them, honestly. So once again, because of this being scared, this fight really just worsened his relationship with all of the other students in the school, basically. But either way, Naruto doesn't really care about this, as the rest of the academy just goes on just like this, with Naruto acing everything all the time, except for the part with Jutsu, which for some reason he struggles at a lot. Now, you guys already know why this is. If half of the Nine-Tails was able to interfere with Naruto's chakra so much that he couldn't perform a single jutsu, except for the multi-chakra jutsu, but we don't count that. We're talking about his time in the academy. So much that he couldn't perform a single jutsu. Then the entire 10 tails being sealed within him should do so as well. Even with all of the training that he has been getting from the Hokage himself with chakra control and meditation since he was really young, he still heavily struggles with performing any type of jutsu that requires, chakra control. Now, of course, he has been training from a really young age at this, which is kind of why Naruto can perform jutsu. He can, but he just has a lot of difficulty doing so. So when the final day of the graduation exam comes around, Naruto is able to pass, but only just barely. And it's like, you know how in the original he was like, he did it, but it was so bad that they just had to make him not pass, because it was just the clone he made was way too bad, and it went away after a second. So Naruto in this one made a clone, and it was just barely able to get him to pass. So he passed, but not by a lot. So he is, why do I keep saying so? But either way, he is stronger than everyone else in the school, just he has difficulty performing jutsu due to the Ten Tails' interference. Either way, he goes home, at least satisfied with the fact that he was able to pass the graduation exam, and comes back the next day because, guess what? They're going to be learning their teams. Now, Iruka says that Team 7 will be Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura. And you guys might be like, wait, why those three? Naruto is so strong, he shouldn't be paired with Sasuke, because the logic in the original was that Naruto had the worst score possible and Sasuke had the best, so they were on a team together. But this time Naruto is really strong, so that's not how it should be. Which is true, but Iruka really wanted to see Sasuke and Naruto work on a team together, because he thought it would be fun, and also he wanted those two to learn to get along with each other and stuff. So Naruto technically got a terrible score and was probably the worst in the class in the graduation exam, so he did put them on the same team together, although he did know that Naruto was really strong and this wasn't the most fair team, but that's what he did either way. Now, Kakashi took a while to come, and they had to wait there for a long time, almost 2 hours, and all of the other teams, they got their senseis, and they went off to do something, do something fun. But when Kakashi arrived, he was just like, oh, okay, yeah, sorry I was late, I got lost on the path of life, giving one of his lame excuses that, of course, nobody in the room buys. But either way, he's like, yeah, just meet me on the roof, we'll do something up there. And everyone's just like, yo, our sensei is kind of weird, bro. I'm not sure if I like him, but they have no choice, so they go up to the roof, and Kakashi says that now they'll be introducing themselves, with Sasuke doing his emo stuff, being like, I want to kill Itachi, blah blah. Sakura doing her thing, where he's just like, I want to marry a certain someone, looking at Sasuke. But when it's Naruto's turn, his goals are different. Now, he is a combination between Sasuke and OG Naruto, because at this point, Naruto being a lot more of a calm and strategic sort of person than in the original, because he's kind of not depressed, but he's a lot more sad than Naruto in the original. So because of that, Naruto isn't so enthusiastic about everything. He's just like, I don't particularly have any likes, although if I had to say, I would probably say training. And my dislikes are being in places with a lot of people. My goal is to become the strongest shinobi ever, and one day become Hokage and earn the respect of the people in the village. As Kakashi is impressed by Naruto's words, as it kind of like reminds him of something, he's like, can't understand exactly what it is, but he's like, this kid kind of reminds me of someone, is it? But either way, he's just like, yeah, those goals are pretty cool. Those goals are pretty good, not gonna lie. Okay. And he's like, yeah, well, I guess you guys will have to meet me at the training grounds tomorrow, so make sure not to eat breakfast, and yeah, see you there. As he just poofs in the smoke, revealing that he was a shadow clone all along. And that is where I'll be leaving this what if off. So if you guys did enjoy, please make sure to like. And this is normally the part where I would ask you guys all to subscribe, but if I did really make you watch till the end of this video, I feel like maybe you guys should subscribe, just if you like watching my content, it really does mean a lot. So yeah, also see you guys next time. Bye.